This legend was first told a long, long time ago. So long ago, in fact, that nobody can really say when. It comes to us from far, far away, murmured on the wind, carried on the ocean currents, jumping like lightnings from tree to blade of grass, from the fine granite sands of the desert to the snowy summit of the highest mountains, bringing wonder to all curious children who listen closely. So, listen to this legend. It begins far away from here, on the other side of the world. Listen carefully.
In the heart of a great forest, dressed in all the rich colors of life, bathed in astonishing sounds, the trees were all so tall that you couldn't see their tops. There were so many flowers and animals that nobody had ever been able to count them all. In a tiny corner of this forest lived majestic jaguars, the kings of this realm. Monkeys loved to swing from branch to branch. Sloths hung lazily from the trees, their heads upside down, unperturbed. The armadillo's grey armour turned silver in the sunshine. Tapirs with their long noses snuffled endlessly among the leaves and the grass. The parrot's rainbow plumage lit up the deep green of the jungle. Astonishing oco-pipi frogs showed their fellow animals a flash of sky blue. A rubber-throated hummingbird darted endlessly through the canopy. Every living thing, from the tiniest animal to the smallest flower, had its place and gave up its beauty to the forest. How the hummingbird loved the forest. Its colours were so rich, its nectar was so sweet. He loved to watch the parrots dance, the jaguars race, the ants march in their long, snaking lines. He felt completely at home in the constant, yet strangely a calming rustle of the forest.
But what he loved, more than anything else, was the forest song. Then one day, a day just like all the others, the wind began to blow strongly, and the sky suddenly became dark.
All the animals were delighted at first, for they thought this was a sign of a long-awaited rain.
But it was a thunderstorm, which broke, violent yet dry, for not a drop of rain had fallen for many months. At that moment, a terrifying bolt of lightning zigzagged across the sky and struck the animal's favorite tree, the tree that the hummingbird loved so dearly.
The thing was so dry that
Then one day, a day just like all the others, the wind began to blow strongly, and the sky suddenly became dark.
All the animals were delighted at first, for they thought this was a sign of a long-awaited rain.
But it was a thunderstorm, which broke, violent yet dry, for not a drop of rain had fallen for many months. At that moment, a terrifying bolt of lightning zigzagged across the sky and struck the animal's favorite tree, the tree that the hummingbird loved so dearly.
Everything was so dry that the tree burst into flames.
All too quickly, the flames soared into the sky, threatening to engulf the parched vegetation. In shock and fear, the desperate animals could see only one thing to do: to run.
Run away from their part of the forest as quickly as they could, leaving their peaceful and content little corner of life behind. The animals couldn't make head nor tail of the little hummingbirds to-ing and fro-ing. The armadillo asked worriedly.
Hummingbird, why do you fret so?
Can't you see that such tiny drops won't make any difference against such giant flames?
Added the poet. I know that perfectly well, replied the hummingbird, but I'm doing my little part. And if everyone else did theirs, as best they can, perhaps we could save the forest.
And at that, without stopping any longer, he went back to his coming and going, his heart full of courage and determination. No one knows whether the forest was saved. No one will ever know.
But the little hummingbird and his legend can teach each of us how to have courage and hope.
The courage to do our part, even if it's only a tiny part, and even if the task we face seems so huge and overwhelming, and the hope of believing again and again, forever, that we really can make a difference